Since my last account got bananaed, I lost the glow blend experiment to see if GHK-cu actually degrades the other peptides that are in the vial. And instead of re-uploading it, I'm just going to make a new one so I can answer a lot of the questions that I got that were in the comments. Back in August of 2025, I decided to send a vial of the glow blend to a known tester to test it every 7 days for 28 days. And the results were here as shown on the screen, that it didn't degrade anything at all. Now, before people ask, yes, the peptide does have to be reconstituted through an HPLC. So on day one, this peptide was reconstituted. It was not in a lyophilized powder form at all. And as you can see, over the course of a month, it did degrade, but pretty negligible. And the same is pretty safe to say that it would also, in the glow blend, would not degrade the KPV as well. Now, I'm still hearing a lot of arguments on, not necessarily TikTok, but on Instagram, saying that, the glow blend, the GHK-cu, does degrade the other peptides. And these are from some very prominent and very smart people. I mean, people that are even, doctors. And I'm not discrediting them at all. One test of this that is done by myself does not mean that this is the final answer. But right now, it's the only evidence that I have ever seen of anybody doing the test and actually saying, hey, I spent the money to do this test and realized that the purity never really even changed. If the GHK-cu was actually degrading the other peptides in this vial, the purity status would drop way down because it would create a bunch of impurities. So here's what we know. From the one test that I did, it showed that GHK-cu in the glow blend does not degrade the other peptides. I was told from the testing facility that if it did degrade the other peptides, the impurities would change. And this blended vial would become degraded and the purity status would not be 99%. And I know this might seem weird, but there needs to be more tests done on this to actually come to a final conclusion. Because I'll be the first to tell you that one test does not mean that it's the final answer. But it is the strongest evidence that we have right now that shows that it actually doesn't occur. And until somebody shows me otherwise, this is what I'm going to be believing, the actual test results from an actual laboratory. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching.